Right. Activist. The world would be better. I believe it now. After years of my wife drumming it in my ears, I met my wife when I was 25. Pardon me. And wasn't even looking for a relationship. I was just living my life, doing the next thing to further my career and just hanging out with friends. Her boldness had fascinated me. She was never one to keep quiet about gender equality, and she was always at the forefront of any feminist movement. It was beautiful to see someone stand up for something that they believed in. Her passion won me over, and I'm just glad she's passionate about me. My wife, my wife is written. My wife is a writer, and she has written many books about the impact of gender on society, art, and culture. She writes about how women have been looked down on and pushed aside so much that we don't even know what's right anymore. A lot of people agree with her, mostly women, and that's without saying she is advocating for their rights. After all, now I'm 32 years old and we have two beautiful children. I took up writing shortly after they were born, and I found it to be quite enjoyable. It's a great way to express myself, and it really helps to keep my mind less cluttered. Most of the things I do is to keep my wife happy. She's the one with the big dreams for her ideal future. Woman had to be conscious towards the that's also why every evening I would invite women to our house and we would discuss politics and economics at great length. The change begins with us. Everyone sees us as activists, but really we just want a better world for our children and in turn their own children. That's the activist. Here's another one. Let's see. Scriptwriter. My dream ever since I was little was to shoot documentaries, and I got into that path. I studied film and everything surrounding it in school and finally started to create my own documentaries. I worked on creating documentaries for years about people, about places. I just really love to tell stories, and when I tell people this, they wonder why I didn't become a fiction writer. My reply usually was that I think the places and people we can see haven't had their stories told, so why would I tell the streets of imaginary people? Something great happened to me one day. I was in a forest recording and documentary when I came across this beautiful woman. She was a photographer from abroad and she came here to do some sightseeing and wanted to capture some moments before she went back to her country. We started talking and discovered we had a lot in common. She saw my documentaries and practically begged to be a part of what I was doing. I agreed immediately. I saw her pictures B was very good at her job. One day we went on a trio to do research on the documentary we planned to work on this trip. Something unfortunately happened. A poisonous gas was leaked, and we were bother poisoned. I woke up in the hospital only to find out that she had died. It felt like a physical force had hit me. That was how painful the news was. I couldn't believe it that she was gone just like that. She had so much potential. She had only started to live. I mourned her for years. I'm 36 years old. Currently, I mourn her still. She was a bright light in my life, and I won't be forgetting her soon. Damn, that's sad. That's sad. That was yeah. That was the script writer. Pardon me. Let's see what's over here. Let's go. Journalist. I love my job. It gives me the chance to live different lives. I'm a researcher and a journalist. Pardon me. And I travel to different parts of the country wearing different kinds of clothes. The clothes serve as my disguises, and I use them to gather information, not the clothes. My disguises. Sometimes I'm a banker wearing an expensive suit. Sometimes I'm a new chef trying to find his feet in a local place. My disguises vary according to where I'm going to and the kind of information I had to gather. I collected information for my book. The book was filled with information that was completely hidden from everyone. I printed the book and distributed them, but it seemed like things weren't going well. There were a lot of controversies regarding the book. One day I decided to go out. I got up that morning and hugged my children before getting in my car. My last thought was that there was something ticking in the car, and before I could get down to inspect nothing, the 45-year-old journalist died in a car explosion. A bomb was rigged into his car, and it was the cause of the explosion. Investigation is still underway to find the murderer of the journalist. Some people think that the book released by the researcher could have led to his death. The police are not quitting their efforts, and justice must be delivered. As of now, there has been no evidence to suggest who the killer might be. Daily News Live. That's the journalist for you. Let's go. Here we go. Teacher. Being in my 70s, I really just want to rest most times, but it is impossible for me to do so. I have been searching for my twin brother for a long time now. When we were 9, our parents died in the war. The war was brutal, and it had no regard for families or friends or human dignity. It tore families apart, killed friends, and reduced humans to become as animals. My brother and I ended up in an orphanage with children like ourselves, those who had no place to call home anymore. What kept us going was the hope to live just a dignified life and the love we had for each other. Every evening after the lights out, we would discuss what's really hope was to us. Did it mean a happy family or a pro a prosperous society? After a while, an American family came to and adopted my brother. We had both both cried and pleaded, pardon me, to be taken together, but the family insisted that they only needed one child. I promised my brother I would find him someday, hugging him close to me before he left. He was always the softer of the two of us. I have been looking for my brother for years now. I have travelled far and wide, to not all to no avail. I got a job as a teacher after I left the orphanage, and I would teach my students about happiness. What did it really mean? Was happiness a perfect society, or was it subjective? I taught only the concepts of happiness and hope to my students. We need good people. No matter how hard I looked for my brother, my efforts proved abortive. The country has no borders anymore. How was one supposed to find anything when one didn't know where to look? I still have hope that I will find him someday. I know he's still alive. That's the teacher. Wow. That's wild. That's wild. That's, well, that's wild, bro. Let's see. I think that's everything done here. Wow. I'm just gonna check in here or behind here because there might be someone over here because there's a lot of I still haven't found yet. Let's see. Wait a second, I wonder if there's a way to get out over here. I don't think there is, like. Nah. So there's some places that I haven't actually checked, so I don't know where that is though. I've read him. I read most of these. I think I've done everything. Yeah, I've done literally everything over here. I mean, this. Oh, wait there. Oh shit. I didn't even notice this. Oh wow. Let's go. Artist. With 2 tubes of paint, I describe what the society looks like on a blank canvas. Humans are too quick. No, humans are quick to forget the suffering of the rest, or suffering of the past. It has to be immortalized somehow. I don't think this should be something that should just glossed over. It's really my only passion right now. Paintings. Painting at 51 years old. There isn't much to look forward to. I passed my prime where I can see I want to do want achieve something. All I want to do is to paint and smoke some cigarettes. Just make myself feel good. I hear the rumors people carry about me. They say that I'm a danger to the society. Simple because I don't make eye contact with anyone or try to relate with anybody. I didn't even speak to anyone else but myself. Yes, I'm not a friendly person. What do I need friends for, anyways? All I do is that at the end of each year, I hang the paintings I've finished in front of the warehouse where I live and sell them. Well, not sell exactly. All I ask for in return is a few packs of cigarettes. Some give it to me, while some give me the money to get it myself. I've met a few people who think it's a rare opportunity for them to meet me and get their hands on one of my paintings. I don't know about what that. All I know is that I have images imprinted in my mind that I have to paint, else it would drive me insane. So that's what I do. I paint and I smoke. That's the artist. Right, let's go. Pardon me. I think that's all for being up here. That's all. That's all. I'm just gonna is this like an extra part, or is it just it's part of the building, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go down. Oh, we're there. I wonder if we can go up here or what. I doubt it. Let's see. Nah. Right. I think I'm gonna go back in. It's all the way around here. That's the artist. Yeah. Bro. Right, I'm gonna go back down to the bottom. Right, let's go. Right, right. Where can I go? Oh, wait there. Maybe I know where to go. Let's go. Unless it's blocked off. Seems like it's all blocked off, to be honest. I don't know, like. Yeah, it's blocked off. Nothing there. Wait a second. Like, I cannot find anywhere else to go, really. See this? Pianist. Some of them I walk past. Pardon me. I'm a 32-year-old pianist. Pardon me. Everyone who listens to me is always amazed when they tell me how talented I am. Pardon me. I am, and how I must make sure they never keep my gift hidden. I played in different shows and concerts, and I've had to travel a lot. It has been wonderful, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love playing the piano. It's usually a moment where I can truly be myself, along with the notes following from it. It almost feels like I've been transported to another realm, one where I can complete control. I could decide where the notes begin and where they would end. It was beautiful, really, and I'm grateful I'm grateful to my family for making sure I took those piano classes who knew it would work out like this. I have a big family, and we have always stuck together through the chaos of the world. They're the ones I know I can count on. They're my biggest supporters, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if not for them. I want to have a big family of my own someday, a family where love is evident and everyone isn't afraid to be who they are or follow their dreams. I think about my childhood sometimes. When I do, all I can remember are the screams, the noise, the dust, clouds, and broken windows. I guess it must have been a traumatic moment for me, and my brain suppressed the memories. Whenever I ask my parents about that time, they would get sad before telling about how terrible it was when the society crashed. No one saw it coming, and it signaled the end of most families. Not ours, though. We have strived in the face of hardship and will continue to do so. That's the pianist. Or the pianist. I can't even say that word. Let's see. So, yeah, some of them I accidentally walked past as well. So, like, there's one. There's Poet. I done read him. Read the author. Read this guy. Yeah. Whoa. Let's go. Right. Right. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. So I definitely checked these all. Yeah, okay, right. So I'm thinking, where would they be? Let's go. Um. See this person? Accountant. Yeah, I read these. Oh man. Let's see this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's daft. There's gotta be some. There's gotta be something. Like, I just don't know where they're located. That's the thing. I did read all of these. Yeah, I read them all. I know there's some that still need to be found though. I just don't know whereabouts. Yeah, I read him. Yeah. Yeah, there isn't anything. Must be like outside or something. Let's go. It's gotta be somewhere around here. I read all those. I read this guy. I read that one. Read him. I read this one, yeah. And I read this one over here, yeah. Translator. Uh-huh. Let's see in here. Just gotta double check it. Let's see this. Alright. A 57-year-old bureaucrat. So this is bureaucrat. He came from abroad, but no one knows he is an agent. His job is to conduct research on the country's defense. No one here knows who I really am. Pardon me. It's funny how they don't even have a clue that I'm not just a civilian like the rest of them. I'm a 57-year-old bureaucrat. A bureaucrat. I came from abroad to this country, and I've been conducting a lot of research. My job is to conduct research on the country's defense and give reports back to my bosses. It isn't an easy job, and it's not something I enjoy doing, but I don't anyway. It's not like I really have a choice about it. I've already signed up for the job and I'm a man of my word. I have I have a family back home. Only my wife knows about what I do for work. My children don't know, and I think I'll like to keep it that way. They only know that I work for the government and that I had something to do abroad. From time to time over here, I had no friends. It was one of the rules of the job for us not to form attachments to the things and people where we had to go and work. That was one, and let's see, banker. So that was the bureaucrat. Now this is the banker. I had the average life that was how it seemed like to the outside world. I went to work like a normal person and came back home to be with my dog. I had a happy little life with my dog. I'm sure that is what people think of me, and I guess that just a couple of months ago that would be true. I'm 46 years old and I work at the same bank as a senior executive. It wasn't easy climbing the ladder at work, but I put it, I put in the work. Having a family certainly helped. I could con- I could concrete I could concentrate and out in long hours at work with night anyone nagging at me. I also didn't have a lot of responsibilities. It was just me and my dog. My life started to go downhill when I went out to get the mail one day. As usual, I was just expecting the occasional spam messages and letters from my bank when I came across a strange letter. Reading that letter had given me to shock of my life. It was from someone I didn't know, and the summary of the content of the letter was that I was being blackmailed. It felt like a dream, but I knew it was very real. The letter had clear instructions and told me to transfer money to an online e-wallet. I knew that those were impossible to trace. I could have gone to the police with this, but I was more afraid if what would happen if the truth ever came to life. About 5 years ago, I was involved in a hit and run. I was the driver who ran. I had hit another car, and the car had somersaulted being beach landing upside down. I panicked and drove away. I later watched the news and saw that the entire family died and I was the one at fault. I took my gaze off the road for a minute. The letter explained in great detail what happened that day and said I would go to jail because they had evidence so the outside world. I'm average banker. I'm an average banker, but no one knows I'm being blackmailed. That was the banker. Right. Well, um, Right, right, I know where to go. Man, my bad. I didn't realize you can go all the way down here. Right, here we go. Instructor. He is 42 years old and a lecturer. His field is political science and international relations. For him, all ideologies are sacred, but for the ideology to be successful, the people must adopt it. He came here for research a lot of years ago and got married instructor. Then he settled here. He used to organize seminars with his wife every week and educate the society. All ideologies are sacred. That's what I believe. All ideologies are sacred, but for the ideology to be successful, the people must adopt it. Any wise government or person in power knows that the real power is in the hands of the people. Once the majority of a population can agree on something, it is as well as done. Even the Bible accounts that God had to stop people from cooperating to build a tower that reached into the heavens, and that is because there's almost nothing that can stop a large group of people who have set their mind on something. This country isn't my birth country, but I've decided to settle here. I came here for research about 15 years ago, and it was a fruitful experience. I met my wife that same year, and I decided to stay back and see where my new path might lead. She was an instructor, and we always had a lot to talk about. We shared our views concerning different issues and never ran out of topics to talk about. I fell in love with her gentle spirit and confidence. She was so sure of herself, and it was a trait I admired so much. After about 2 years of us dating, I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. She made me a happy man that day. I'm 42 years old now, and I still hold dearly to my beliefs. My wife and I hold seminars every week, and we educate the society. It is our own way to giving back to the world. If people's views were changed for the better, this world can progress and finally see some real development. That was instructor. And now we got adventurer. Let's go. I have always been a curious person. My parents said that as a child I asked the weirdest questions. I wanted to know why everything was the way it was. I don't think it's something I can control. There's just this urge to understand things around me. I grew up in a world destroyed by people, broken down buildings and structures everywhere, and I just wanted to know how it all went wrong. how a seemingly perfect society could have been reduced to this. It all boiled down to people what that's what I discovered. People hate being caged or feeling like they want their freedom and they don't know that rules exist for a reason. It's to protect us from ourselves. Without rules and laws there would be mayhem, nothing or no one to control the excesses of human behavior. It explains why the society crumbled to almost nothing. When the government was compromised, people were free to do anything, and crime prevailed. Humans are inherently selfish. At 33 years, this is what I've just learned. I've learned now. I travel around and just try to see the world from other people's views. I love adventures, and there's this urge to just know more and experience more. I've seen many places, but it's still not enough. I want to find someone who to settle down with someday. My parents love each other deeply, and it would be great for me to find someone like that too. I don't know if my way or of life is something anyone can put up with. Though I'm constantly on the move and never in one place for a long time. Most people hate change and want stability. I knew I can't provide that, but I really want to fall in love with someone and have my own family. That's the adventurer, and that's it. That's all of the people in this city. And that's the end of the game. Yeah, I'll see you later and bye.